AI BI Genie, talk with your data. Hey, hi, hello everyone. I'm Naval Yamul. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Data Master. In this video, we are going to discuss about AI BI Genie in Databricks, a truly AI plus BI amazing features. You just need a natural language and you can literally talk to your own data. AI BI Genie in Databricks is the latest innovation that brings conversational analytics directly into your lakehouse. Instead of writing a SQL queries, building a reports, and creating a dashboards manually, you can simply ask questions in plain English and your Genie generates visualization, your KPI summaries, your insights, and even a full dashboard. So this is the future of business intelligence, AI powered, intuitive, and built directly on your governed data intelligence platform. Today, I'll be showing you why it's a game changer for business users, a full hands-on demo using a Databricks free edition, and running insights on the Bakehouse sales dataset. So this is the UI. You can check. AI BI Genie, talk to your data. Now everyone can get insights from your data simply by asking questions in natural language. You can try Genie from here. You can click on watch demo, and this is the UI. You get it. So you can simply ask a question, same like any of the AI like ChatGPT or Gemini. You can ask a question here and you get an answer, and that too on your own data. And building it is really very easy. Just with few clicks you can do it, and you can fine tune it, you can monitor it, you can set up a benchmark, you can do a lot of things in this AI BI Genie space. So let us directly walk through to the Databricks free edition, and I'm going to show you this Genie workspace. So I'm using a Databricks free edition now. So I'll just jump onto my catalog explorer, and I'm going to show you this based on a sample dataset. So anyone who is logged into a Databricks free edition, you will find the sample datasets. A catalog name would be a sample. In that you will have a lot of schemas. So we are going to use a Bakehouse schema or a database. In that you will have all these tables. So like sales, transaction, supplier, franchise, customers, reviews, chunked, and so on. Okay, so we are going to build a AI BI Genie space based on this data set and these data or tables. Okay, so you have that AI BI Genie here. You can click on it, or you can directly jump onto AI BI by navigating to the SQL tab. You can see the Genie here. Okay, so I have built few of the Genie bots here, but let me talk about the Bakehouse sales starter space. It's already created by Databricks as a sample, but if you want to start it from the scratch, it's very easy. Just click on new, and you can you can just mention like, okay, these are my data set. I want to build a space. You can go to all, and you can see all catalog. So I want to use a samples and Bakehouse, and you can select all the tables that you wish to be a part of the AI Genie space. So you click on these all and just hit on create. Okay, and it takes just couple of seconds, and boom, and this is how your Genie space looks like. Okay, so a quick note, you can give a good name for this. So this is for my YouTube Genie. Okay, you can give any name, and all you need is just a SQL warehouse. And you can see my SQL warehouse got spin. It already started, but you can spin a new SQL warehouse from here. And now it says that my SQL warehouse is running, it is attached. I get some more room. I'll just minimize this, and wow, you can see this is your Genie space. So I can just show you again how it looks like when I go to Genie, and here you can see YouTube Genie. You can try doing some hands-on based on this Bakehouse sales starter space, but I'm using this YouTube Genie. Okay, now the bot is created and it is referring to this data sets or these tables. Okay, cool. Now you can ask any type of question here. Maybe you can just say explain the data set for me. You can type it here, or you have some sample questions here. Wow, can you see that? You got a sample questions. You can simply click on, can you please explain the sample data set? And you can click on it, and there's a bot, there's a LLM model behind the scene. Databricks has built it, and you can see it is actually trying to think, and then it give you all the results. Okay, cool. You can see there are six tables, and you can see there are table 1 to 6. The main connection are via ID, and there's a links between this, so there is a relationship between the tables and all those things. So it has created this awesome uh, explanation for the tables, all the tables, and it's asking you for the feedback, like whether this is correct or not, or do you want to fix it. Now I think this is absolutely correct. You can just click on yes, and it's done. Okay, so when we move to the monitoring section, this is important, the feedback is important. Even in all the chat gpt or any of the llms, now if you are using it, they'll ask you whether the bot has given you the right answer or not. So this is just like a feedback. So you can ask any question you want. So again, there are some suggestions here. You can just select the suggestions. I'll pick few of the suggestions from here. What are the total sales for each franchise? And okay, cool. You can see here, this is amazing. Oh my goodness. You can see it shows me a franchise ID, and then based on the franchise ID, it gave me a total sale. Maybe it has grouped it by franchise ID, and then it has given the sum of the total sales. Now, not only that, it is giving you some amazing insights also. It says that, okay, come on, these are the franchisee as a different total sales, which has with the highest being 6642. This is the highest franchisee, and the lowest being 1174, 177, something like that. So this is how it is also giving you some insights. So you can check the results, and the amazing feature is, if you just scroll down, it gave you the graph also based on franchise ID and the total sales. Now if you're worrying like how did it create the graph and the table, there has to be some script behind the scene. Yes, that is true. It actually creates a code for you. You can click on it. Yes, you can see it has grouped by franchise ID, and then it has summed by the total price from the sales transaction table. Wow. So it has executed this, and it's created a table, and on top of the table it has created a graph. Amazing. So again, it's asking you the feedback. If it is correct, you can just say yes. That will help us a lot to fine tune our Jenny space later on, and so on. So you can see a lot of suggestions are coming up. You can take it, or you can just type your own question here. So you need to understand the business, you need to understand the data set, and you ask any type of question here, it gives you the answer. Now if you say that, okay, the Genie space was built on these all data sets, maybe in future I got some new data, can I add it? Can I link the new data sets here? Answer is yes, you can do it, and it's so easy. You can just click on this plus button, and cool, you can say that, okay, my new data set is maybe from this schema. I can click on it, and I can just say confirm. But in this use case, we are just looking at the bakehouse, so I don't want to take the other schema. But yes, you can just add it, and you can add instructions to it, like what does in your data set, suppose if you are referring some abbreviations, or if you have some specific data set specific use case, you can clearly mention these instructions or general instructions, and you can also instruct like how your Jenny should behave. Okay, some examples are given here, you can go through it very easy. And suppose there are few complex data sets, and the column headers are not matching between the tables. Most of the time it happens. Suppose in your transaction table it's a cust ID, and your customer table it's a customer ID. So maybe your Jenny might not pick the correct column headers, it might not do a correct joins. But here you can see in the instructions tab, you can do your own joins, you can specify your own relationship between the tables. This is my transaction table, this is my fact table or dimension table, and you can just mention the join condition, and so on. So you can start giving the instruction, a detailed instructions on the relationship between the tables by using this. And maybe your business concepts might be different. For example, some might say sales, some might say revenue. The synonyms are same, but the words are different. Yeah, you can also try to give all this context to your Genie by using your SQL expressions, or even you can provide some own SQL queries and the functions. Sometimes your Genie might not give the correct result. You can add those questions detail here. Okay, this is the question. Actually, you should respond to these type of queries. You can give the detailed instructions to your bot or your Genie space. Amazing. And you can see you have a settings option here. Every time when you created or when you create a new Genie space, it will create a space ID, you can see here. And if you remember, or if you just go to the new chat, I guess this is a new chat. Yes, this is a new chat. You can see there are some sample questions here. Suppose you want to add your own sample questions. Yes, you can do it from here. What is the total revenue and so on? All the questions or sample questions that you are added here will pop up when someone opens a new chat. So you can add those sample questions also. That is all in the configurations. Like you can configure it from data to instructions and the settings. Okay. Now, the cool feature, like many of the AI are struggling in this space, is called monitoring. So let us assume that you created this AI BI Genie space, you have built it, and now you are uh, using it in your production. Your stakeholders, your business users, or your customers are querying it. Now you want to evaluate it, you want to monitor it, whether this is performing good or not, whether the users are getting satisfied with the results or not. And yes, you can do all that in the monitoring section. So for example, few minutes back, one of the user typed this question and your bot, your Genie has responded to this, and the user is happy with the results. So he has given the rating as good. If some users says it's wrong, it's a negative, you can check why it was wrong, why customer has given the negative feedback, the user has given a negative feedback. You can check what type of question he has asked. You can check what query your bot was created, and you can start again giving a detailed instructions to them. So this is a cool feature I would suggest. Like if you can check by which user has queried at what date and time and so on. All the queries can be tracked here in the monitoring tab. Okay, and we have a benchmark here. You can start evaluating them. You can add your own evaluation. Like you can just mention that these are my ground truth. Like if someone asks you this question, this is your ground truth, this is your ground truth SQL query, and then you should refer to this ground truth and then evaluate what your Genie is responding. So maybe instead of creating a new one, what I'll do, I'll just go to this bakehouse and I'll go to this benchmark, and here you can see it has created some benchmark questions like which product generates the highest sales volume. So you can just write these SQL query for the question. So this is the ground truth SQL answer for this question. So whenever the user or someone is hitting onto this bot and asking this type of question, it will try to generate this SQL query. And even you can evaluate the answer that was generated by your bot. So these are the advanced features. You don't see it in any other platform. You will find it only on the Databricks platform. Amazing. So let me get inside this. Yeah, you can ask any type of question and you can check the history also here. Same like your chat GPT. I'm referring to the chat GPT every time because you'll get the history here, what were the previous questions asked, and so on. So you can check the past history here. You can get a new chat from here. You can do the configuration, benchmark, monitoring whether your queries, your bot is responding it correctly or not, whether the users are satisfied with the results, true or false, good or bad. You can check all that. And finally, you can share this with your teammates, your group, your service principals, and so on. So that's how easy it is to get started with the AI BI Genie. So it's truly intelligence for the business users, and it is so easy to build it. So in your lakehouse, if you have a schema and you have a data set, you can start building a Genie space within few minutes, and you can start talking to your data directly from this Genie. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. I hope you found the session video valuable? If yes, please subscribe to my channel, like the video and share it with your friends. See you in the next video. Bye bye.